Is the deadline to sign up for health insurance under the Affordable Care Act, something that congressional Republicans say they will repeal and replace. Several Northern Nevada groups met this morning opposing its repeal. Paul Nelson joins us live in the newsroom right now after talking with people on both sides of this argument. And Paul, there's still a lot of disagreement when it comes to Obamacare.
Yeah, there is, Landon. Some say it's not the government's responsibility to provide health insurance for people, while others say the Affordable Care Act has improved the quality of life for people around the country. The program's uncertainty was enough to bring groups together to fight its repeal.
By gaining coverage, women, especially low-income women, are able to keep themselves healthy.
The Affordable Care Act took effect 3 years ago, and these residents and advocacy groups say repealing President Obama's signature policy would undo a lot of progress for things like women's and mental health and children's coverage.
Every child deserves health coverage and maintaining that coverage, and we don't want to see any repeal or any backward steps regarding that.
The Children's Advocacy Alliance says the number of Nevada's uninsured children has fallen drastically since Obamacare took effect.
We have almost doubled insured children over these past couple of years, and those are vital statistics. I mean, that's a difference of people having health care coverage or not.
But rates are increasing drastically in some states, and some insurance companies are dropping out of Obamacare. But supporters say the law should be fixed, not thrown out completely.
Let's work with what we have. Let's make amendments where they need to be. We expect those amendments to happen. Again, it's going to be for the betterment of all of us here in the community.
The Affordable Care Act passed along party lines in 2010. The Senate voted 51 to 48 earlier this month to approve a budget that would allow its repeal.
The Republicans should say right off the bat, we don't have any responsibility about any of this. And we feel bad for the people that are going to lose coverage, but most of those people never had coverage anyway.
Edwards thinks the financial burdens are too much for the federal government to sustain.
It was never the government's responsibility to provide health care for anyone.
As for uninsured children, he says allowing those with severe illnesses to use Medicare is a better option, and that government should scrap the Affordable Care Act.
Private health care is the only way to go. Let the market control it. Market will drive down the cost to everybody.
Senator Dean Heller's office told us he values the feedback from his constituents because these issues are critical for Nevadans. Meanwhile, Congressman Amodei says he has no intention of repealing the ACA until they have a replacement. Covering the story live in the newsroom, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.